Now on the takeoff roll, let's say hi to Gene Soucy and Teresa Stokes. Look carefully. She's not in the cockpit. She is right there out on the wing waving at all of you, Pensacola. So let's wave at Teresa Stokes. Let's watch Gene and Teresa still on the wing. She is holding on to what is known as a javelin strut. And the javelin strut is a piece of wood that's about 3 feet long, a couple inches in diameter, and holds the flying wires that cross at that point, that hold the top and bottom wings together, help hold those wings together. So she's on the javelin strut. Again, this lady is not flying with a parachute. She does not have lines to hold her in place. She is holding on with all of her strength. This lady is very, very diminutive. She might weigh 120 pounds soaking wet with a rock in her pocket. And anything other than just her own strength makes it very challenging for her to move about the cockpit and up onto the top wing. Now let's watch as she holds herself in position with the stirrups for her feet, weight at the ground. She's not even holding on. There is no lap belt yet. She is now reaching around her left and right sides and pulling a lap belt into position. She will be held there by only that lap belt. And the stirrups where her feet are. She is experiencing every bit of the 100+ miles an hour that Gene is flying. On a perfectly clear day, they would climb to a couple of thousand feet above the ground. They would loop, they would roll, they would spin. But right now, well, we're going to see a roll right. Just a good sideways pass so you can see her up there on the stanchion, that stand on the top wing of the Showcat. By the way, the paint job on the Showcat, that was designed by Teresa Stokes and her art talent. Teresa on the wing. Even though she is a very, very lightweight lady, the amount of drag that her body exerts on the airframe makes it necessary for Gene to really be careful of his margins. Let's watch. The airplane goes up. We're going for a loop. Right there at the top, Teresa Stokes has the best view of anybody in the world of NAS Pensacola. The sound that you hear from that motor is actually the sound of the propeller tips going supersonic at about 2,250 revolutions per minute. The hammerhead stall turns it right around in a very, very short space. Very similar to a duster turn that would be flown by a crop duster. That's the barrel roll, maintaining 1 G, a 1 time of force of gravity all the way around. Now Gene will come back and loop over the top, but after 5/8 of a loop, he'll roll the airplane upright. That is called a 1/2 Cuban 8. Watch this roll. This 4-point hesitation roll, as Gene stops every 90 degrees, is putting Teresa in a very, very jerky position where she's got to really adjust her body balance. Even though she's held on by that lap belt and the foot stirrups, she has to really compensate for the way that airplane jerks her around on that top wing. We saw hesitation roll will stop this inverted. This is a 2-point hesitation roll, and she's waving again. And the stirrups. She is one brave woman. Would you give Teresa Stokes and Gene Soucy a big Pensacola hand? Now let's watch. Teresa has now released the belt. This is called the side saddle. Nope, I'll give you one more. Yep, that's the side saddle. Now she's got 1 or 2 other poses that she's going to do. We'll catch it on the fly as we see which one it's going to be. Gene Soucy has slowed the show cat down to about 90 miles an hour. And let's see what the next pose will be. No parachute, no safety lines, just a lap belt, and now not even that. Just 25 or 30 feet above. She's on her head. Look at that. This is called the headstand. She's kicking her feet. The #1 wing walking performance act in not only North America, but all around the world. It's Gene Soucy, African Gold, and Teresa Stokes on the wing. That's a gutsy move, isn't it, folks? How do you like Gene and Teresa? Now watch him push over real quick. That little pushover got to 0 G's so that Teresa could get out of that headstand easily and get back into position for the next pass. A little trick they do. After a successful flight, she climbs back down, turns around and faces the back cockpit, gives a wave, and the two of them do a handshake. There's the handshake, there's the wave as Gene and Teresa complete their performance. Among Gene Soucy's accomplishments, the recipient of the International Council of Air Show's Sword of Excellence, a 2-time recipient of the Bill Barber Award for Air Show Showmanship, a 2-time recipient, one of those with Teresa Stokes, the winner of the Clifford L. Henderson Achievement Award, the J.R. Wiedekind Achievement Award. He's a 3-time U.S. National Aerobatic Champion. He's a 3-time Canadian National Aerobatic